know. Captaincy. I don't know. Yo, captaincy, right. Let's pick it. Rice, maybe. Alright, stop. Panicking and listen. Right and back with my captaincy decision. Haaland's been so much shite lately. Goal flow rarer than my hooker's free, date free. Will he score? I don't know. Turn on the floodlights. Andy blows. To the extreme. Captain Blanks is a scandal. Stinks up the places the cunt wearing sandals. Foden. Are you fucking joking? You high man is that crack you've been smoking? Saka. Now they got Madueke. Minutes risk will make my bum squeaky. Palmer. No fucking way. I was thinking about Bruno, but the kid won't play. Maybe a defender and Gabriel headed. I support United. That's emotional hedging. Rice, maybe. Rice, maybe. Rice, maybe. Rice, maybe. Alright, enough of that. Okay, guys, decisions. Sorry about that. Once a month, I'm allowed one a month. Remember, we have an agreement. I still don't know, to be honest with you. Let's talk about the team. It is a lock-in. I have made I've made a transfer. I don't know, I'm going to regret it. I brought in Robbie on the bench. A little bit of logic around it. Okay, let's run through the team. Verbruggen should play. Tarkowski should play. Gabriel should play. Chow should play. Matheus Nunes, based on the pressers, does sound like he is an extreme doubt, and I would say he probably isn't going to play, but I'll start him. He'll either play or he won't. Bruno G, definitely a doubt. I reckon I'm 2 down. Rice should be okay. Foden, who the fuck knows? I'd say it's 50-50. Saka should be good. Palmer sounds like he should be okay. Haaland's a risk. Too many risks. So, I bought in Robbie. 5.5 million. Poses me a little bit of a problem next week. Not a major problem. I mean, I did want to do 2 transfers next week, next 24. I did want to roll, and that would have most likely been Palmer out for Enzo. I thought about just doing the Palmer transfer this week and bringing in Enzo for someone that will almost certainly play, but it doesn't really resolve because Palmer could be a player. He could end up playing. I think he probably will. What do I get with Robbie? 5.5 million. Almost pretty solid minutes, I think. 2 cracking fixtures. West Ham United away and Burnley at home next week. So I've got the same for Alderete, obviously. So my 2 bench players are pretty decent. You know, and Sunderland are good. Let's call a spade a spade. Sunderland are good. It's just hard to get out of our head because they've been promoted. So there's a bit of a psychological thing there. But Alderete and Robbie are 2 pretty reasonable bench players, in my opinion. I mean, Alderete, I would argue, certain games he'll play ahead of a Tarkowski or a Chow or even a Matheus Nunes. Robbie, not exactly prolific in front of goals, but he is a threat and he's got 2 fixtures, and he is fundamentally going to be a bench player going forward. But really good cover, I think, for the next 2 with those 2 fixtures. And somewhere down the line, I haven't done the spreadsheet, I'll do that in the next game week, that does present, if I sort out, if I don't have any other issues, and I can actually get my Palmer transfer to Enzo and my Foden transfer out of the way, which will be to Bruno Fernandes. So those are the 2, and I may take a hit next week and just do it next week, depending on how this game week goes. I'll have the opportunity then to do my bit of bench strengthening, which would be Sanchez and Krupi Jr. And there are a couple of really good opportunities before 30 for a really tasty bench boost. I don't like to plan a bench boost. It's just kind of like, I see it, and you play it. But I did try and take it into account a little bit with when I was choosing between Robbie and 1 or 2 of the other options, which were a bit more expensive and would have posed me even more problems with some of the things. I plan, famous last words, I don't even know why I bother making plans at this point, further down the line. So that's that. So back to that Rice maybe. Don't know, I really don't know. I've kind of put it on there jokingly on Rice. I'm not kidding though when I said that the last line on that was, put it on Gabriel for a bit of emotional hedging because I support United. And I feel like nothing's going to make me too happy in there. If United get a result, I will go through the ceiling if they get, after the result against City, and if they get a result against Arsenal. But it probably means my Arsenal triple up hasn't done too well. Yes, total emotional hedging if I put it on someone like Gabriel. I think Gabriel would be my favourite. I do think they're likely to keep a clean sheet. I do think there's a fair chance that Gabriel could... just the set pieces that he could get on the end of a set piece. That there'll be that something, anything between 6 and 12 points for Gabriel. And based on Haaland's form, who I also think, that was, obviously bringing in Robbie at least gives me a bit of cover there for Haaland. I just don't know. Wolves defending in the last 4 or 5 game weeks has up there only second to Arsenal, I think. Now it's a long way behind Arsenal, to be fair, but they're like second or third, I think, in for XGI and goals conceded over the last 4 or 5. I said you're shocking. They simply are. And supposedly they do even score 2 or 3. They talked about Haaland being knackered. If they do go 2 or 3 goals up, who's to say Haaland's had much involvement? Maybe he's got a goal or something. And they bring him off at half time or on 60. Oh, I don't know. It's a dilemma. You know what? I think I am going to throw it on Gabriel or Rice. I'm just going to take the fucking punt. Gabriel and Rice is. If I haven't got the spreadsheet up. If I go strictly by the rules of the spreadsheet, and I haven't been doing it, and God knows if I had, I'd be doing a lot better at the moment. Haaland's averages are now down to about 3 per game week over the last 5. Gabriel and Rice are up there in the sort of 7, 8, 9 area. Based on my own rules, which I have not been following very well this year, it has to be said. Maybe that's what I need to do, start following the spreadsheet, because it would have given me a lot better guidance than some of the rather rash decisions I have made. But is going against Haaland at home to Wolves going to kill me? What's the worst that could happen? I can't see him. If he gets a brace, he's going to come off. If he gets a brace, it probably means City are freaking flying and they will take him off. So what's a brace? That's 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 points. 15 points. Gabriel probably feels the safer bet. I think Rice's ceiling could be higher. Not necessarily though if Gabriel does get one. I'm going to go with Gabriel. I'm going to take a massive punt. Fuck it. Play this game for fun. That won't be much fun though, but at least one way or the other at the end of the game, if Gabriel has conceded, hopefully it means United have got something out of it, and that will make me the happiest, I kid you not. But at least in my emotional hedging there'll be some consolation, because it probably means he's got 6 or 7 points. If Arsenal do get a result, it probably means they've kept a clean sheet, probably. The worst result will be like, I don't know, 3-2 to Arsenal. Oh god, that would be awful. Fuck it, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go on Gabriel. I'm going to captain Gabriel. Or Rice maybe. I don't know. It'll be a deadline decision. Take care. Have fun. Play your own game. Do not panic. I'll see you in the next couple of days to see how this shite has gone. I'll see you a lot soon. Bye bye. Screen's frozen. I don't know. I'm still recording. I'll cut this off. Maybe it's a sign.